This is the Horaiya Kouk-san. He is a professional Daikagura performer. So, my name is Kazue. I'm guiding you the Japan online tour today. And today's session is Rakugo and Daikagura. And next, this session is presented by the Hirakuza. Hirakuza designed a new way of enjoying Japan. So today we have the Daikagura and Rakugo. So next is Rakugo, the Katsura Fukuryu-san. He is a professional Rakugo comic storytelling teller. So we have this Rakugo next, and then we have the Daikagura next session. And we also have the hands-on session. So please prepare your hanger or bat or racket, whatever you can make a balance. 楽しみですね。It's very exciting. So, じゃあ始めましょうか。
Okay.
はい。じゃあ次は、桂福龍さん、the professional comic storyteller。よろしくお願いします。
Sorry, you're very far away, so you have to speak a little louder. Let's try again. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I could hear you a little better that time. That's good. So we have people from around the world today, so this is going to be a very interesting show for you. I know, so maybe you don't know about Rakugo. You're probably wondering, what is Rakugo? I know some people, yes, I can see the imaginary question marks above your heads. Yeah, so most of you have probably never heard of Rakugo, yes? Well, Rakugo is a comical storytelling that's traditional storytelling in Japan. It's got a history of more than 400 years. Think about that, yes. So I know I look Japanese, but actually I've got a secret. I'm not Japanese. Well, my nose is very Japanese, yes. That's the most Japanese part of my body, yeah. So, yes, no, I'm actually from Canada. And Canada has a history of 153 years. So, actually, Rakugo has more than double the history of Canada's history. So, think about that. So to give you an idea about Rakugo is very simple, you know. So, I have only a few props. I have what we call in Japanese, this is called a sensu. Sensu. And in English, we call this a folding fan. Okay? So I hope I have many fans out there, and you might say I have nice sensu. This is, in Japanese, we call this a tenugui. In English, we call this a hand towel. Not difficult. So, hand towel, tenugui, very easy to remember. Yes? And in Rakugo, we also wear this special clothing. This special clothing in Japanese is called a kimono, and in English it's called a kimono. Japanese is very easy, yes? And also in Rakugo, we sit in a special position. And in Japanese, we call this seiza. And in English, we call this punishment. Itai kara, yeah, especially because we have to sit in this position for a long time. Yeah? So, yes, Rakugo, we don't have any CG or anything. It's very simple props. So I have to use your imagination. Your imagination is very important. So one thing about it, especially for English Rakugo is very similar to Japanese Rakugo. The only difference is in English. So if you don't understand something at any time, if somebody is laughing, please laugh with them. Okay? And if you don't hear anybody laughing, please laugh sometimes because they're probably waiting for you to laugh. Okay? So this is very important. Yeah? So to give you an idea of using your imagination. Yeah? So this is a sensu and this is tenugui, but now using your imagination, what am I doing? Hello, Mom. Yes, I'm still in Japan. No, I don't know when I'm coming home yet. Thank you. Goodbye. What am I doing? If you said writing a letter, ding dong, you're correct. Yeah. So now instead of being a sensu and a tenugui, now I'm using a pen and paper, right? Writing a letter. Oh, what am I doing? If you said reading a book, ping pong, you're correct. Yeah. But you don't have to always use Rakugo for old things. You can use these props for new things as well. For example, what am I doing? Well, if you said Pokemon Go, you are probably correct. But I would say using a smartphone. Yeah? So this is another way of using Rakugo. Also, here's another way of using Rakugo. So, do you like noodles? Maybe you've heard of ramen or soba, spaghetti. Everybody knows spaghetti, right? Well, maybe you've heard of udon. See, I do kamigata Rakugo, so udon is very important. So I love udon. It's a very thick noodle, yeah? So when you eat udon, you get a bowl, big bowl. So imagine a bowl, and then now, instead of this being a folding pan, this is now chopsticks. Okay, so I get the bowl first, yes? And then what you usually do first is you have to smell and enjoy the smell. And then you want to taste the soup first, very important. Ah, good. And then I want to eat, yeah. Itadakimasu. So now you have to imagine having long noodles, yes? Oh, very good. Nekochita. Cat time. Whoa. Very long noodles. And try again. But with Rakugo, you can do it. You can eat any way you want because you're using your imagination. Yes, so we can do things like this. Let's try the Australian way. Boomerang. My grandmother wouldn't like me doing this next one. So this is how you eat udon. So these are many ways you can use your props in Rakugo stories. So to get you started, before I actually do quick Rakugo, I'll do a quick kobanashi, or short story with you. So the shortest story in Japan, Japanese version, would be, you have to look two ways, by the way. You have two people, or sometimes more than two people, but you look left to right, yes? So it kind of makes it easier to understand there's more than one person. So it goes like, hey, nanka, hato ochita de. もう一回やるな。ねえねえねえ、ハトなんか落ちたで。That's Japanese, yeah? That's the shortest Rakugo in Japanese. I'll show you in English. Hey, a pigeon dropped something. Oh crap. It's the same story, yes. Anyway, now I'll tell you the longest short story in Rakugo. So this longest short story in Rakugo is about a boy with a really long name. And this time, this boy wanted to celebrate his special day. And so at this time, it was long before Corona, so please remember this, okay? So many people gathered together. And so all of his friends came to his house to celebrate his special day. He said, hello, hello. Oh, Taro, are you here for the special day? Yes, yes, I'm here for the special day. Oh, very good, very good. Come in, come in. Let's get everybody together. Hey, everybody, gather together, okay? Come on, let's get together. Let's celebrate together, okay? How about let's sing, okay? Is everybody ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. ジュゲム5個のすり切りかいじゃり水魚の水魚松の松ふれ松くねるところに住むところやぶる工事ぶる工事パイプパイプパイプのシュリガンシュリガンのグリーンダイのポンポコピーのポンポコナの長期目の長介。Happy birthday to you. One more time. Happy birthday. No. Sorry. Actually, his name was so long, the candles have already burnt out. So this is the longest short story in Rakugo. Now, next for a Rakugo story. Now, one thing you please remember is that in comical storytelling in Rakugo, it's very, very different from stand-up comedy. One of the biggest differences, I'm not standing up. Okay. But one of the other differences is that, like, for stand-up comedy, it's more about laughs per minute. This more, it has comical points, but in the story, you're using your imagination. I'm painting a picture in your mind. So the interesting thing is, if you have somebody sitting beside you at home, maybe their picture is a lot different than yours, but it's still interesting to them, I hope. So I hope you enjoy the story that comes up. Before I start the story, though, I'll tell you one more kobanashi, short story. And this is about a doctor and a patient. And a very easy one. The patient, he's got pain. So he goes to the doctor and he asks the doctor for some help. He says, Doctor, I have pain all over my body. Really? You have pain all over your body? Yeah, I've got pain all over my body. Okay, well, let's see. Since you have pain all over your body, why don't you touch your leg? Touch my leg? Oh, okay. I see. Why don't you touch your head? Touch my head? Okay. Why don't you touch your elbow? My elbow? Okay. I see, yeah. Why don't you touch your nose? My nose? Let me check you here. Well, your body is okay, but your finger is broken. So this next story is about a father and son traveling to Tenjin Shrine at the beginning of the year. So usually at the beginning of the year in Japan, a lot of the shrines have many festivals. And so during this festival time, they have many yatai, and in English we call those stalls, like for vending things. And they have different things like food or games. And so it's very fun because all the different stalls have many different types of food and games. And the father is bringing the son to the shrine, but he actually didn't really want to bring his son because his son usually wants to ask him to buy different things for him, and he doesn't want him to do that. So this is the story between the father and son going to Tenjin Shrine. I hope you enjoy it. So, Ryuto, do you remember your promise to me? What promise? Did you forget it already? We just talked about it. Yeah, I don't remember. We just talked. You don't remember? We were talking about it just a minute ago. You promised that when we go to Tenjin Shrine, which we're going on to now, you weren't going to ask me to buy you this or buy you that. Do you remember? Oh, yes, that promise. Yes, I remember. I promised that I wasn't going to ask you to buy me this or buy me that. Right? So you remember your promise. Oh, yes, I remember my promise. Oh, very good. So we're on our way to Tenjin Shrine. We're almost there, but just please remember your promise. Yes, I promise. I won't ask you to buy me this or buy me that. Very good. Okay, that's a good boy. Dad, do you think I'm a good boy? That if you're like this, yes, you're being a very good boy. Dad, if I'm a good boy, can you do me a favor? What's that? Could you buy me an apple? An apple? Did just hear what we talked about, what your promise was? You promised that you weren't going to ask me to buy you this or buy you that. Well, I didn't ask you to buy me this or buy me that. I asked you to buy me an apple. Just a moment. Hey. Excuse me, how much are the apples? $1. Apples are poison. Poison? I've never heard of that before. Okay. Dad, please buy me a banana. Banana? Just a moment. Excuse me, how much are the bananas? $2! Poison. Banana poison? I've never heard that before. This is weird. Okay. Dad, buy me pineapple. Please buy me a pineapple. Pineapple? Just a moment. Excuse me, how much are the pineapples? $3! Triple poison. No way. Poison? I thought they were fruits. Yes, fruity poison. But hold on. If they're poison, why do we give fruit to sick people? Well, if you are sick, it's not poison. But if you are not sick, then it's poison. Understand? Okay. Well, Dad? What do you want? Dad, I have a stomach ache, so please buy me a pineapple. Be quiet. Why did I bring you here? I don't know why I brought you here. I knew this was going to be a problem. Let's just go. Come on. Let's go. Dad, what? What do you want? Dad, please buy me a candy. Candy? Look, okay, if I buy you one candy, that's it, okay? No more. So I'll buy you a candy, but don't touch them, because if you get your fingers all sticky and you get it all over your kimono, your mother will get angry and scold me, okay? So I'm going to pick your candy, all right? So let's see. Let's see here. What kind of candy? Okay. How about the green one? The green one is not sweet. I see. Okay. All right. How about the pink one? The pink one's for girls. Oh, I see. Okay. How about the black one? The black one. The black one is too bitter. I see. Cousin, could you please not touch the candies with your fingers and then lick them afterwards? It's too dirty. I can't sell these candies afterwards. I'm sorry, but they were sticking together. It's okay. I have a special tool for this. You just go like this, eh? Yeah. Like this. Oh, okay. No problem. So which one do you want? I want the red one. The red one. Okay. Let's see the red one. Okay. So open your mouth and say ah. Don't touch it, okay? Right? Say ah. Very good. Very good. Okay. So now you remember your promise, right? You were not going to ask me to buy anything else, and now you have to remember one thing else. Don't bite the candy, because if you bite the candy, it's finished. Oh, don't worry. I'm a candy sucking professional. I'm very good at eating candy. I'm so good I can walk and talk. I can even sing. Eating candy. Watch. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy. No, wait, it was like now. What are you doing, yodeling? I dropped my candy. You dropped your candy? Where did you drop it, Her? We can pick it up quickly and wipe it off and clean it off and put it back in your mouth. Where is it? I dropped it down my throat. You dropped it down your throat. You mean you swallowed it? Yes. Well, that's it. No more candies for you. Dad. What do you want? Please buy me mitarashi dango. Mitarashi dango? You mean those 3 things on the stick with the syrup on it? Yeah, that one, the mitarashi dango. Mitarashi dango. No, I won't buy you mitarashi dango. Please, please, please. No, no, no. Please, please, please. No, no, no. Please, please, please. No, no, no. Yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. No, no, no. Fine, if I buy you a mitarashi dango, do you promise not to complain anymore? I promise not to complain. Oh, okay, well, let me see. Can I get one mitarashi? What do you want?
I want the big one.
The big one? No, no, no. The big one's not for sale. That's just on the sign. Actually, the big one's for sale. Shh, what are you talking about? The big one's not for sale. Don't tell him that. I'm the customer. Oh, yes, but actually, children are my best customer, so I'm on their side. Hey, kid, good job. Find a big one. How much is it for the big one? Yeah, $5. Here. Just wait. He's gonna give it to me, but just wait, okay? I don't want you to get syrup all over your kimono. All right. Okay. Okay. I got. Too much syrup. Oh, wait, it's dripping. I can't give him to. Just a moment. Look, if you get syrup all over it, your mother's gonna get angry at me. Just wait. Just wait. What's this? Mitarashi dango, come on. No. This isn't mitarashi dango. Mitarashi dango has syrup all over it. These are just naked. I'm so embarrassed. I don't know why I brought my father here.
Horaiya Kouk さんによる、大神楽パフォーマンス。はい。Are you ready? ちょっと待ってくださいね。Please wait a moment. So how was the Rakugo? Did you enjoy it? Please leave in the comments if you enjoyed it. はい。じゃあ、let's be ready, I guess. はい。はい、では、Horaiya Kouk, he will perform the Daikagura. So please enjoy.
Hi there, I am Horaiya Kouk. I perform traditional Japanese juggling. It's called Daikagura. Daikagura has a history that spans more than 400 years. Originally, it was dedicated to the gods of Shinto shrines. So Daikagura entertains and makes people happy with the power of the gods. All my props are handmade and each one has a happy meaning. So please enjoy and be happy with my show time! Thank you! Daikagura uses 3 basic skills: juggling, balancing, and spinning. First, I'll demonstrate spinning. This is a Japanese umbrella. The design represents your happiness spreading forever. First, balance on my thumb, up, and balance on my forehead, at the edge of the umbrella. Yo. Right. This is a New Year's writing star. Don't worry, it's my pleasure. Okay, next block is a ball. This is called Mari in Japanese. Mari is made by rocking sled. This is symbol of peace. I will roll this on the umbrella. Okay. On the edge. ネズミの毛とあたり。One hand. And I will roll it along. Now, if your applause becomes louder and louder, I will go faster. 1, 2, 3. This is crazy spinning. Roundhouse. And stop. Okay. Next block is a teacup. This is ceramic, so if I drop this, it will break. It is said that 複水門に帰らず in Japanese proverb. There is no use crying over spilled milk in English. Can you hear this sound? Now the teacup is on its side, but as I spin faster, it rises up. 1, 2, 3. Your fortune will rise up as well. And stop. Oh.今日も茶碗とできた。I'm sorry, it's my 親父ギャグ。Okay. Next prop is a metal ring. This is called kanawa in Japanese, which means money ring. So if I roll this more and more, you will become more and more rich. So please prepare the big applause. Big circle and small circle. Big and small. Big and small. その字の書き分け。And now the ring stands up, but as I speak faster, it lies down. It looks like a UFO. UFO. Finally, it will escape from the center. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Thank you. My final spinning object is a wooden box. This is called masu in Japanese. Masu used for measuring rice, soybeans, and drinking Japanese sake. Masu helps you get more and more. So if I roll this more and more, you will become more and more happy. 1, 2, 3. It's spinning more than usual. おめでとうございます。Okay. Next, I'll demonstrate juggling. I'll use one big ball and 2 sticks. These 2 sticks may seem like a drumstick, but this red cloth represents fire. So these 2 sticks are fire torches. One big ball and 2 torches. Juggling. Yup. This is ayadori. Hit my shoulder by 2 sticks. It's automatic massage machine. Balance to the various places on my knee, on my head, 痛い on my head, 痛い on my head, 痛い don't worry and top of the stick, stop. Woo. I will stop on the bottom of the stick. 義経発想跳び。はい。I'll keep the ball in the middle as I move the two sticks. Release my hand. And both hands. Next trick may seem like a magic. The ball becomes sticky. The ball is sticking to many places. Today, very sticky. It's my job. And the ball is returning back to the top of the stick. Thank you. Rolling around the sticks. Woo. Bounce at the various places. Top of the stick. Cut the air between ball and stick. Alright. Balance on my song. And spinning. It's spinning more than usual. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, you are very good audience. Thank you. Finally, I'll move the ball to other stick without using my hand. It's called おそめ久松通いの舞。Thank you so much. Oh. Okay. For my final trick, I'll use a teapot, and I will treat a fragile object with just one stick. It's most difficult to master in Daikagura. Please watch carefully and enjoy it. Okay. ドビンの曲。
handles or bat or racket or whatever you can make a balance. So he will show us, teach us the Daikagura performance, what we can do. はい、楽しみですね。
どっちでいいかな。どっちで。はい。はい。
はい。
OK です。
はい、じゃあお願いします。
はい、お願いします。はい。2人で。
はい。
OK。
あ、OK。
OK。
OK。
OK。じゃあね、今から僕は日本語でトランスレート。
He will speak in Japanese.
OK じゃあね、最も大神楽の基本の技を教えます。バランス芸ね。はい、バランス芸。
He will teach you how to balance.
ね。で、皆さん今こういう長いものを持ってくださってますか？
Do you have something long that you can balance?
こういうなんで。
Sorry, we can't hear you, so we hope you do.
OK。はい。で、バランスの一番の基本は一番上がね、
はい、
動かないようにずっとこれ集中して見続けることです。はい。
You don't want the top to move.
はい。で、絶対に目をね、こうつぶったらできないです。
So don't close your eyes when you're balancing.
そう、だから最初に目薬してくださいね。
If you have some eye drops or something, you might want to put them in now.
まあそれね、でバランス芸の、一番適したものはある程度の長さ、だいたい1メートルぐらい。
So if you have something about 1 meter, it's probably perfect length.
で、上がちょっと重い方がやりやすいです。
If you have something with about 1 meter long that has something heavy at the top, it's best.
これ反対だと難しい。
It becomes much more difficult if you put it upside down.
はい。上に重心があった方がやりやすいです。
At the top is easiest.
Yes. で、最初、ね、ファーストステップね。ファーストステップは手のひら。
So first step, put your hand palm out.
ね。で、この手のひらのど真ん中に置いて。
And put it in the middle of your palm.
はい。で、一番上をずっと見続ける。
Look at the top.
で、ここは動かさない。
Don't let the top move.
ここはある程度動かしてもいいし、ちょっと動いてもいいけど、最初は。だんだん慣れてくると、ここがピタッと止まるようになります。
So you can move the bottom around as you like, and eventually you will. Sorry, you can move the bottom around as you like, but keep looking at the top and try not to let the top move.
Yes.
And eventually the bottom will slowly start to not move as well because your balance will adjust to it.
Yes. ね、じゃあ一遍やってみますか。皆さん危なくないようにね、周りが。はい。
Let's try.
はい、こんな感じね。はい。で、一番上は動かないように、下は動かしても大丈夫です。はい。最初はこうね、多分いくと思うんです、こうやって。でもだんだん慣れてくると、こんな感じで止まるようにできます。はい。できてる？お、うまい。お、上手ですね。はい。いい感じ。はい。じゃあ、セカンドステップいってみましょうか。
セカンド
ステップ
セカンドステップね。はい。まあ同じ長さのものでいいですから、今度はね、顎の上。
Next, we're going to put it on our chins.
顎の上。
Hopefully, you didn't pick something really heavy.
そう。でもね、ちょっとこう首が痛めるかもしれないから、最初こうやってね、ちょっとストレッチしてからやってください。
Please stretch before trying this, otherwise you might get a sore neck afterwards.
OK、じゃあちょっとやってみましょうか。はい、これも一緒です。一番上を見続ける。ちょっとポーズを取るとかっこいい。うまい。練習してきたよ。ね、はい。金子さんはね、多分今日初めてでしょ。
初めて。
ね、なかなか難しいと思います。はい。ね、これもできたという人はね、じゃあね、
Forehead. Okay, if you could do your chin, for those of you who couldn't do it, maybe you might not want to try this next step, but for those of you who could do it, please try the next step, which is on your forehead.
そう。これができたら師匠と呼ばれる。
If you can do this, you would be classified as a master balancer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please.
今汗かいた。
そう。
A little bit of stage fright.
滑らないように。はい。気をつけて。おお。オッケー。すごいね。 大学ができるよ。
本当？交換しようか。
でね、これが、まあ、できるようになったら、例えばこういったハンガーとかね、ちょっと形がアンバランスなものでもできます。トランスレートやっちゃった。
Oh, sorry. You can use a hanger, and even if it's not completely balanced, that's also okay.
そうそう。だから最初はね、これ大きくなるんです。実はね、大きくなるから、まあ、大きいハンガーとかね使ったらこういうね。
It's a special. It's a for
そうそう。ちょっと斜めになるけどバランスは取れます。これも一番上を見続けることは大事です。はい。できる？
ゆるい。
まあその方がね。
OK。
はい。そう。皆さんは何でやってますかね。なんかもしよかったらねメッセージ。
We're curious what you have tried to use as well for balancing. Anything is okay as long as it try not to hurt yourself.
ちょっとアンバランスなもので言ったらこうジャパニーズファンね。こういったもので。
If any of you have a Japanese fan, why not try using a fan to balance?
あとちょっとここは長いでしょ。でもこっち短いでしょ。こっちの方が難しい。
So this way is much easier than doing it this way as he's doing it. This is much more difficult because it's shorter.
ね、これ末広がりって言っておめでたい形です。
So if you can do it that way, it's a kind of a celebratory pose.
そうできる？
どうかな？やってみよう。こっちはね。
そこっちの方が簡単。こっちやる？
いいですか？Pressure.
結構難しい。
One more time.
大体ね、重心がこの辺。
この辺。
ね、それだけ難しい。
Sorry.
そんな感じですね。はい。まあぜひ練習してみてください。ね、これを。
Please practice.
はい。そんな感じでできちゃう。はい。
Now let's interview them. インタビューしたいと思います。皆さん何か質問とかあったらコメントくださいね。If you have any question, please leave in the comments, please. はい。じゃあ何から聞こうかな。So why did you want to become a Daikagura performer?
大神楽パフォーマー。これはどうします？日本語で答えた方がいいですね。
じゃあトランスレートお願いします。
最初はジャグラーだったんです。ジャグ
So
リング。
originally he was a juggler.
はい。で、40歳までジャグリングをやってました。
何歳から？
40歳まで。
40歳前けど何歳から40歳まで
30 years.
So for about 10 years.
So 10
So
years ね。
for about 10 years he was a professional juggler.
そうですそうです。はい。
And then?
それで40歳になってからちょっと見た目もおじさんになってきたからで着物が似合う体型になってきた。ちょっとお腹で。だから日本の着物でジャグリングができるものないかなと思ったら大神楽曲芸っていうのがあってで師匠とその時いいタイミングで出会いました。
So at that time, after 10 years, he got a little more color and shape. And when the shape became better for kimono, as you can see. And so it worked out well. And then at that time, the timing was perfect that he ended up meeting his master, who taught him what he knows now.
そうです。はい。でそこでチェンジ。
Interesting. ありがとうございます。So, how do you find it's your works? I mean, as a Daikagura performer, do you enjoy? Are you enjoying?
Yes, yes, yes. そうそう。
はい。今までどんなところでやってきたんですか？Where did you perform?
大黒ですか？
そう
大黒はね、2人でねフィリピンに行ったり、ね。
So we performed in the Philippines together.
ね、フィリピンの人もいるかな？今日は。あと
マブハイ。
韓国とか、
はい
コリア、
ハンガリーとかね、
ハンガリー。
インドネシア、シンガポール、はい、いろんなところに。これはだからこの大神楽をやり始めてから行けるようになりました。はい。
So because he's done it there, it's become more popular overseas as well.
はい、ありがとうございます。じゃあ、How about 福家さん。
How about me?
Yeah, how about you? Why did you become a Rakugo?
Why? Well, why was so I about 10 years ago I was introduced to Rakugo. So a friend of mine asked me, "Do you know Rakugo?" And I said, "Zabuton ichimai." And he said, "No, that's not the Rakugo. That's actually Shoten, which is a Japanese TV show, which has Rakugo performers on it, but it's actually more of a game show." And so she said, "No, that's not a Rakugo." But so she showed me a Rakugo video, and it was actually a video of the pioneer of English Rakugo. And but it was in Japanese, and I became interested in it. And after, so I was introduced to an English Rakugo club. And so from the club, I had chances to meet different people, and eventually I met my shishio, my master. And during that time, we connected, and I finally got to join his house, and now I'm a professional Rakugoka. Yes.
何年だったっけ
How many years?
Yeah.
So my 60th year.
60.
60. 60. Do I look that old? ちょっと。
6イヤーね。
6.
はい、ありがとうございます。
TH is difficult for the Japanese.
Yeah.
ありがとうございます。じゃあ、他に皆さん質問ないですか？ Do you have any question? No?
見てる人はいる。
Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
ね、何でもいいですよ。はい。
Anything's okay.
逆にどこから来て見てたんですかね。
Please leave. Where are you watching from? Please leave in the comments.
That's a
一
good
人
idea.
アメリカの方いらっしゃいましたね。
Is it common that Daikagura and Rakugo is performed like together, or is it like common, like very popular?
So the question that we had was, is it common for Daikagura and Rakugo to perform together? The answer is
Yes.
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 Very common. Usually a lot of Rakugo shows will have many Rakugoka perform, and then kind of an entr'acte would be Daikagura, to kind of refresh the brain from listening to stories all the time. So it kind of gives a palate refresh. And then
だから色物って言われる。色物。
Yeah, so very colorful and high energy. So to give kind of a palate refresh, and then you can more performers, the higher performers would perform. So it's very common.
そうね。
一つ質問があります。
はい。
Does the same type of Rakugo humor jokes works on Japanese audience as well as a Western audience?
They do actually. Well, that's the nice thing about Rakugo, is it's kind of so I've also performed around the world, and it's worked everywhere I've performed. And so even in English, but in Japanese and English, sometimes the punchline doesn't exactly translate so well. Of course, you can translate it, but the funniness of it might fall away, because dajare in Japanese is kind of a old man joke or a punny joke, right? So the pun is directly linked with the Japanese language. So if you're not familiar with it, when you translate it into English, it doesn't work so well. But so what I do in that case is I would translate it into an English pun that would work in the story. But yes, that's one thing that I love about the Rakugo, especially Koten Rakugo, which is the old Japanese stories. Even though they're 400 years old, today I performed a 400-year-old story, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, it's still funny today.
Yes, okay, thank you. I have another question. So, what is the most difficult time you had ever experienced doing the Daikagura and Rakugo?
どういうことですか？
なんか今までなんか難しかったこと。
難しい。今一番難しいですね。オンラインのお客さんを想定してやってるので、すごく今難しい時代になりました。だから早く皆さんの国にね行ってやりたい。
So as he was saying, I completely agree with him. As he had said, now is probably the most difficult time because we, for me, even so, we're doing live online. That's a little bit easier than recording online because we don't have any audience. Today we were lucky with a little bit of audience, but we don't get to see your reaction, and that's for us. It's very, very difficult. So I totally understand.
じゃあ今までで一番楽しかったことはどういうありますか？
楽しい。
It was the most enjoyable moment for doing this.
外国で楽しいなと思ったのはやっぱりもう出てきた瞬間に、もうこの着物ウェアリング着物やからもう反応がすごいです。特にフィリピンすごかったね。
もうスタンディングオベーションまで。
そうそうそう。
Is it because of 着物？
もうあるかも。着物パワーもあると思います。
So it's, I guess the aura of coming out like wearing a kimono overseas, they're not used to it, and especially very colorful, and so many people, it's their first time to see something like that, so they get a very good reaction even from the start. For Rakugo? Well, that's the beginning. So if we can, if you can capture the audience right at the beginning, the audience, you have the audience for the whole story, and that's really important for Rakugo. And also, the other part about it is when we went overseas, especially we were saying about the Philippines, is we got such a positive reaction from them. We got standing ovations, which is a rare thing in Japan. So overseas getting that is very, very important for us.
Okay, I have another question. The first half of Rakugo show was the original content. Where do you get those comedy materials?
Where? Well, from all over, to be honest. I couldn't say one specific place, but I tried to take things that are funny and do it in a Rakugo way. So I couldn't say exactly where, but many different contents I would take and try to make it into a Rakugo version of it.
Okay. I think it's about the time. じゃあ何かメッセージ。Do you have any message to us to them?
そうですね。日本のことをね、興味持ってくれてありがとうございます。はい、で、願わくば一緒にまたね、楽しめる時間を共有したいと思います。はい、その時まで楽しみにしてます。
Thank you so much for joining us, and we are looking forward to see you in person in the future.
Ditto. No, they basically said what I wanted to say, but thank you so much for coming. We really appreciated you coming and watching, even though you're very far away and the time is very different, but we're so happy for you to join us, so thank you so much.
はい、ありがとうございます。Thank you so much. I also sent a link about the survey, so if you could please take a survey and give us your feedback. はい、and today's this performance was supported by the Hirakuza. The Hirakuza designs a way of enjoying Japan. ありがとうございました。Thank you so much.